We are live. It is the SKTLs Volunteers Call, the SKTLs Space Debris Cleaning Cryptocurrency, where we talk about, well, at the call, we talk about crypto and space. See how that works? We don't talk about guitar. Actually, sometimes we do talk about guitars and astronomy, but yeah. And we need to get Dan Gerasi back on here. I think, you know, he's the CEO of this space company. I think he thinks that gets him a free pass on not coming to the volunteers call now, but I think he needs to come anyway.
Yeah. Miss him.
Yeah. He's always got some good insights. All right. Number one, first and foremost, what do we need to talk about? Well, the Starship being caught on the pinchers on a tower. The most amazing thing. I'm sure everybody has seen it. It was so cool. They launched the Starship and it got to space. And not only that, but the booster came down. And I mean, it was falling like hundreds of miles per hour or something, right? And then the booster, the rockets turned on and it got it straightened out and slowed. And then it went and landed in these pinchers. And you know what, 3 or 4 years ago, Elon was like, hey, we could try doing that someday.
Right.
And most everybody there thought he was nuts. And then finally one of the guys was like, yeah, I think the head engineer guy was like, yeah, we should try it.
Yeah, might as well.
And sure enough, it worked. And then
depending on what angle.
The reason they do that is so that they can turn around. The goal is that, you know, in a few years that the Starship will, within an hour, be able to relaunch. And so it'll make it the turnaround time obviously faster because then it's right there where it needs to be to throw another cargo or humans on top and get it going.
What freaks me out about that is
the rocket.
I'm sorry, Bryce.
I'm saying it also reduces mass from the rocket because you don't have the landing legs on the booster.
True that.
What freaks me out about it is that you have NASA and all these guys, and they work for 10 years on one set of boosters and all this stuff. And then these guys are going to just reuse this rocket how many times before you kind of need to take it into pit row and look it over? I mean, how reliable are these rockets that they can just go over and over and over?
Well, I mean, the Falcon rockets, the boosters on the Falcon have been used. One of them's like 96 times or something, right, Bryce? What was the number?
I haven't heard a number that high, but I've heard like 30 to 40. Yeah,
I thought there was one even higher than that. But regardless, American Badass, it is a lot that they like. It's reliable. It's very reliable. It's certainly more reliable than the ULA, United Launch Alliance, Boeing Starliner that leaked helium on its first maiden human, when it had humans on it for its maiden voyage, first time ever having humans on it. And
it's 0 for 1.
0 for 1. And so, look, I mean, the whole idea would be that somewhere in, say, 10 to 15 years, SpaceX will be moving either humans and or packages from China to the U.S. in an hour, in addition to taking people back and forth to space stations, orbiting the Earth, and in addition to taking people and cargo to the moon and even to famously occupying Mars. Hello, Cabana Crypto. He's muted. Not going to listen to that guy today.
Hello, how is everyone?
There he is.
We are fine. Yeah. So pretty cool stuff. The SpaceX and the Starship itself, just amazing to be living in this time and place. And then it was like, did you guys see the the Meta glasses? Orion. Those things were amazing. I went ahead and after seeing that and after seeing a blind person wearing these, the current iteration of the Meta AI ones, Ray-Bans, and talk, like saying, hey, what am I looking at? What part of the store am I in? And it was like, hey, you're in the cereal section. She's like, what now? And the dog treat section. She's like, oh, what are these dog treats? And she, like it reads to her exactly what she's looking at. So I went and ordered them. And like I was last night looking at a plant in our kitchen. I'm like, hey, Meta, what is this plant? And it knew it. And I was like, what is the plant good for? And it knew that. And it's pretty amazing. The point of all this is I also, like on Thursday night, we had Elon reveal a frankly somewhat disappointing AI day, robot day. But if you just step back and catch your breath a little bit, you're like, we're living in the most incredible revolutionary time of all time. Like I've written forever about how this stuff keeps accelerating. It's not just getting newer and better and faster, but it's doing all of that at accelerating pace. It gets faster and better and accelerates all the time. And that is truly like, it's hard to get your head wrapped around how we've gone from iPods to this, and how we're going from sunglasses to this, to eventually virtual reality goggles, and how we're going from cars to cyber trucks that drive themselves, bulletproof, and how we're going from maybe someday we'll get things to orbit in the private market to it being actually changing how we ship packages to China and where we live, including not even on this planet. Thoughts, comments?
It amazes me how what people can be disappointed in these days. I mean, these things are happening, and it's like, oh, I didn't get another 1 in 100 year today, so I'm disappointed. I mean,
Right.
It's crazy. And my other thing is, when you're talking about all these evolutions of things, is at some point, and maybe I've mentioned it before, I believe we'll have access to quantum computing in your glasses or in a chip that's accessible to you at any given time. I mean, it's coming at some point.
Yeah. Bryce and I have been trying to work on the quantum computing off and on for the last year and a half, and it just feels too early.
Yeah. The best quantum computing company is NVIDIA.
The best quantum computing company is NVIDIA. Yeah, I like that. Other comments or thoughts on the accelerating pace and just what an incredible time and place it is to be seeing all these technological revolutions happening in real time?
Do you think Apple is actually following a Kurzweiling exponential rate of improvement?
They're following the Cookian, to the Tim Cookian deceleration of technological revolution.
Yeah.
My watch almost lasts for a full 2 days now. Wow, what a revolutionary product that is.
What's changed with the iPhone since 6 versions ago? Not a ton. Right?
Better camera, faster processor that you can't tell, better Gorilla Glass that theoretically
the screens don't break as often. I've noticed that.
Yeah, that being said, my daughter has had the same iPhone 10 maybe for 6 or 7 years, and she still uses it, and you literally can't hardly tell the difference between that one and I think I have the 14. I have a year. Mine's the version before the last one, and I dropped it on the kitchen floor.
Oh yeah.
So much for the improved glass.
I drop my phone regularly now, and it has never broke. So.
You have a case on it?
No case. So, sometimes I'll just.
This was in the case. This was in the case.
It was in a case and it broke?
It broke.
Wow.
In a case.
The only reason
for that is I call bullshit.
Yeah. The only reason I put a case on mine is because it has this awesome little flippy thing that comes out of the back of it, and I can stand it up in vertically or sideways and watch my movies and read books.
Interesting.
So space stocks are heated up. Rocket Lab, unfortunately, I sold it for a loss at some point earlier this year, and it's tripled. It's a little painful to talk about, but I'm man enough I can face the pain.
Here's a question for you.
Oh, don't ask. What do you think of Rocket Lab right now?
Didn't really have to do with that, but it was more
gonna say,
along
he was
the
gonna
lines
ask what
of
you- what you- if you
positioning,
changed your
really.
mind on
But
tech.
go ahead.
No, Cabana, ask your question. Hopefully it's not that, but if it is, I'll answer it.
No, it does have to deal with Rocket Lab, but I guess it's just more, could be like a revolutionary investing question. So, like, say you sold Rocket Lab, what you did, and then even when you sold it, it sounded like, I guess in your writing, or I think, that's what I read. I read it this way, that you were open to it. It could have, a nice little future, but you just weren't wanting to hang on to it at that time. So do you ever say sell 75% of position? That way you at least keep some in the name, or is it just a matter of keeping the names down in the portfolio so you don't have to do work on like 28 different stocks or something like that?
Look, there's no concrete, scientific, repeatable answer to that question. It is
Right.
unique.
Everybody's different. That's why I was asking you,
Right.
like, what's your
And
mentality?
so the reason, let me just address the Rocket Lab elephant in the room. I sold it because I needed to clear my head. I had owned that stock for 3 years or something, and we'd made money initially. I think we trimmed a little bit, which was fine. And then it went lower and lower and lower, and eventually I had losses on it. And I kept holding on and, met with the CEO, Peter Beck. Bryce and I talked to him a year ago and liked him and, wanted to stick with it. But I am fallible and I am human, and I have to clear my head sometimes too. And I needed to just not look at Rocket Lab in the portfolio. And, this job will keep you humble. Being a hedge fund manager, being an investor, being a pundit, picking stocks, all of the above will keep you humble because, we're basically in the job of predicting the future, and sometimes we'll be wrong. And
Well, sometimes you're also right. So you did clear
I've
your
been
head.
right a lot
You
over
did.
the years.
I'm just talking with the head clearing thing. You cleared your head with Intel. That was good, right?
Maybe let's talk in a year or two and see if Intel.
Well, I mean, you could always buy it back under 25, but
yeah. No, look, I mean, there's just sometimes, and then yes, a big part of selling Rocket Lab and a few other names in the portfolio was, I like to have about 15 to 20 at most, maybe 25 on a rare occasion if I've got a basket of 4 or 5 names in the portfolio. And we were up near in the high 20s at one point earlier this year. We just had too many names on in the portfolio. It gets to be unwieldy. As you said a moment ago, it gets to be almost impossible to analyze and stay on top of every company in the portfolio at the level at which Bryce and I strive to be on top of them. And, you just, it also caps your ability to outperform. By the time you've got 25, 30, 35 names in your portfolio, you're getting to be an index. And I want to own the most revolutionary companies on the planet that are changing the world. And another reason I ended up bailing on Rocket Lab is because we do own SpaceX in the hedge fund. And if you're going to own the most revolutionary space company on the planet, Bryce, what company would that be? Boeing. No, sorry. Lockheed Martin. No. Airbus. No. Rusvaket. No. Bryce?
You're still asking SpaceX.
Oh, American Badass. What would be the most revolutionary space company on the planet?
Yeah. Yes.
And
SpaceX.
Cabana, what would be the most revolutionary space company in the solar system?
SpaceX.
You all win. a SKTLs hat.
But for those of us who can't be in SpaceX, it's
Yeah,
possible
so
that
if
maybe
you can't
holding,
be in
that
SpaceX,
holding
I mean, then you might want to
Rocket
look
Lab
at a basket of these smaller cap publicly traded ones, and Rocket Lab would be definitely one you would want to have. Lunar, Intuitive Machines is the name of the company, is another one that, you know, is a good space company. And look, here's these, they're small caps, and so they're risky. They're not profitable. Lunar's turning profitable. So is, and Rocket Lab will get there probably next year. But, you know, one of the things that, another reason I sold Rocket Lab, again, to sort of go full circle and put the nail in the coffin on this discussion, and I'm happy to answer other questions if you have them, though, was the biggest reason why I'm so excited about space in general is because SpaceX is creating, like, it's making the price, the cost of going into orbit an order of magnitude smaller already, and the Starship will do it another order of magnitude. And so what used to cost $1 billion will cost $10 million. And that opens up space to all kinds of new applications and services and ideas. And Rocket Lab is a launch company first and foremost still to this day. And so they are actually competing against, not getting to benefit from, Starship and SpaceX collapsing the cost of launch. And so those are the reasons I ended up selling my Rocket Lab. And obviously I'm sick to my stomach. I literally removed it from my screen today as it hit a new 52-week high, because I just, again, I need to clear my head. I don't want to look at it and have FOMO and disappointment in myself for having made a bad trade. What looks like a bad trade. We'll see when it's all over how Rocket Lab does.
There is a publicly traded vehicle that has some SpaceX in it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What's it at these days, Bryce? It probably got down to 8. Now it's back to 20.
It's at 11. And 52-week low is 8.25.
Nailed it.
And 11.33.
And the high was 140.
105.
105.
And SpaceX is 37% of the fund. And I think the NAV of the fund is about $5. So it's still probably 2x its NAV.
NAV meaning net asset value for people not in the industry.
And then I was just thinking, let's say SpaceX you think is, 50% undervalued, and it's about 40% of the fund. Just round up. Let's say that the SpaceX in the fund is worth $5. It's still double the value, and and you ascribe no value to the rest of the portfolio. It's trading at about 2x where it should be probably. But there's some other names in there that aren't probably worthless. But most of the names in there will probably end up being worthless. Sorry, folks.
Are those all privates in that fund?
Yeah, I'll tell you some of the names. You've got SpaceX at 40%, Axiom at 9%, Revolut at 5%, Epic Games at 5%. Epic Games is one I think is legit. Boom Supersonic, I don't know, at 5%. Brex, Superhuman, OpenAI at 3.5%.
Yeah. So it also gets the AI hype. The
Right.
best way to invest in OpenAI is in public markets. And what's the symbol, Bryce? Might as well say it. People are all adults around here.
DXYZ.
What is it?
DXYZ.
DXYZ, like dumbass XYZ.
Yeah.
All right.
The stock went parabolic earlier this year when it came public, and it's a closed-end fund. It's not really a stock. I guess it is stock, but it's not regular common stock.
Not an equity in a company.
Yeah.
All right. So that stuff being said, sit on some crypto. Crypto moving. Bitcoin trying to get back to its highs.
To your point a long time ago, you said everybody was going down 90%, and they did. When you look at things like all the small ones, even like Doge, which you said that would be maybe one of the other ones you would peck at a little bit, is still down 80% from its high, and Bitcoin is almost back at its high. At some point, there may be a run on these small ones again, a few of them.
Oh God,
potential.
It's sort of like the small cap stocks right now. I mean, there's some seriously crappy small cap stocks that are up 500 or 1,000% in the last 3 months, last 6 weeks, really. And they're going that's part of any trade. Like, yes, the shittiest cryptos are going to go up 500 and 1,000% occasionally off wherever they get, whatever low levels they get to, and they'll still be down 80 or 90% from their all-time highs, but they'll be up 500% off of their recent lows. And then, they'll go back down another 99% from that, and then rally again 500 or 1,000% along the way sometime again. And, the numbers, the market cap numbers and the price of each of those cryptos will continually get lower over time, but you'll still have the insane, there's old truism on Wall Street that the biggest rallies come in bear markets.
Is Trump crypto trading?
I think they did the ICO yesterday, Cabana. World Freedom.
Is it World Liberty? WLFI?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, it started with an L. Yeah.
It starts with an L?
Oh, WL.
Okay, right. WLFI. And I'm looking at this. It's down 80% today. It's 8 zeros followed by 5799. That's a low stock price, coin price.
Yeah, they were going to issue like $3 billion to raise money to do the ICO, and instead they only did like 500 million or something. I mean, it was a small fraction of what they were originally going to sell. It boggles the mind that Trump would do this. The guy could have shut his mouth 3 months ago when Biden left, and he would have won. He could have just acted presidential and he would have won. Instead, we're doing a fucking shitcoin ICO in the middle of a fucking election. We're 3 weeks from the election and we're doing a shitcoin ICO from the actual Republican candidate?
Does it benefit
What is
him?
This nonsense?
Does it benefit him directly, his campaign?
Yes, he's partnered. He and his sons are promoting this shit.
So he owns WLFI?
Bryce, he's partnered with 2 scumbag guys who've done some other shit coins along the way and stuff. I don't know what my eyes glaze over when this stuff comes up. I don't know the economics of how they've arranged it, but certainly Trump wouldn't be promoting it on his Twitter handle if not for the fact he thinks he's going to make a lot of money when it does the ICO.
It raised less than 12 million of the intended $300 million.
4%.
Yeah.
But hey, 12 million of free money on a worthless idea they have no idea what it is yet. They're like, it's going to be DeFi.
It's the key word, bro. DeFi.
As compensation for his endorsement, Trump will own 22.5 billion Wilfies. Can we call them Wilfies?
Wilfies. I like it.
Wilfies.
So
and fees for services performed.
So Bryce, take the 22 billion times whatever the 0.805 number is.
Okay.
And what's Trump getting? Like $2 million or something?
I don't know that they even issued that many shares though. So 22
billion times 0.000005. It's 4 million. 400,000.
I think it's $110. Unless I left off a zero, maybe it's 100 grand.
I think you can't be right, man.
2, 3. I got to count the zeros.
22. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 times 0.123456785. 5. Enter. $110. Are you out of your mind?
No, dude, I don't know.
Are we living in a simulation? Can
Yes.
somebody confirm we're living in a simulation? This can't be real.
That's insane.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing working? Oh my God.
That's really funny.
It's also sad.
That's sad.
I mean, Kamala could have raised $200 at least. Biden's an 8 handicap. How much could he raise?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I will say going back to the point, I mean, this isn't a political partisan podcast, but Trump, all he had to do was not do an ICO, not call people retarded, not be mean and I don't know. Instead, nobody wants either one of these people. They're always like getting us people we just can't vote for. And then you're like, fine, I'll vote for one. I don't vote for either one. I will vote, but I will not vote for a Republican or Democrat under any circumstances. I've been saying for 20 years, and I'm not breaking that now for Trump or Kamala. It's got to be a simulation. None of this is real.
Trump is listed in
$110.
They don't have a white paper. They have a gold paper on the crypto. And in the gold paper, Trump is listed as the chief crypto associate. This is ridiculous. Actually, I thought you were making it. I saw it happening on Twitter, but I didn't know it was this ridiculous.
Bryce, does this give any? I think all three of you. I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but I think all three of you are probably going to. Are thinking you're going to pull the R lever, not the D lever, when you go into the voting booth. Does this give any of you pause at all? The fact that he's doing a crypto ICO in the middle of the election?
Absolutely not.
And you got 100. The silliness of it all. You can't. We're supposed to take this serious. This guy's serious.
You can't take either one of them serious.
No.
Trump just lending his name to this thing, that was dumb. I don't know why he even did that,
My first guess on the Happy Hour TV show on Fox was Ivanka Trump, and she was there pitching wine, a Trump
that's
wine.
A real product.
Trump wine. Yeah,
Trump wine, that's right down the road from me.
All they did on so much of it, like they just threw their name on steaks, water, wine, universities. All right, what's worse, the ICO, the Trump coin, or the Trump University?
Trump University.
Yeah, the university's worse because I think people spent real money on that, and I don't think it doesn't look like anybody spent real money on the ICO.
Well, they did this ICO with only accredited investors. Otherwise, he actually would have raised hundreds of millions from poor people.
Oh.
You had to have at least a net worth of $1 million to invest in the Trump coin ICO. Now you can go buy it on the open market down 80% with any money you got.
That's so ridiculous.
I'm gonna go double the market cap right now.
I think Kamala should do an ICO now. Comma coins.
How about the Jill Stein coin?
The problem is she doesn't know what an ICO is.
Ron Paul coin. Dude, do you think Trump knows what an ICO is?
Yes.
No clue. Maybe Donald Trump Jr. knows what an ICO is, but the senior, Now we're all frustrated because we're talking partisan politics.
Why do we end up with people that nobody wants? There's plenty of smart people out there that haven't been bought off yet that could do a really good job of making.
You're not allowed into
big decisions.
You're not allowed in. You can't run for office unless you've been bought off.
It's true.
Yeah.
George Carlin, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
That is it.
Kamala did roll out an official crypto policy yesterday, right?
Oh, I saw that.
She's caught a lot of shit for. So
yes,
it was the dumbest thing. It was almost as dumb as her She rolled out something for black men.
That's
There
what
it is.
It says it's
Oh, is it the
supporting-
same?
Let's make crypto for everyone, but especially for it's just like, come on, we're gonna DEI everything.
I mean, talk about like patronization.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's crazy. That's the state of politics in the United
Yep.
States.
The endless pander.
$110. $110.
I would rather own your old telephone than 22 billion Wilfies.
I would too. Like, this is cute. Look, it literally, if I had somewhere to plug it in, it would actually work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that you started off at 4 million. What
My
do you get for? Has he got 4 million in that thing? No, $110.
Look, my 10-year-old daughter, she's obsessed with doing that. She
How
thinks
do you
it's pretty.
that thing?
She dials my phone number on here and then pretends she's talking to me. Hi, Dad. Yeah. Hey. What are you doing? But I don't have. Does anybody here have a landline?
No.
I still do, unfortunately, because it's hooked up to my
DSL.
security stuff.
So you should get yourself one of these phones.
I tried to get rid of it a while ago, and then
Hold on, I gotta make a phone call.
MAGA coin was up 11% today, though. So there is still interest in Trump-related crypto stuff.
Old MAGA coin.
how many has he got out there?
I don't know if he's affiliated with MAGA coin.
No, I'm sure he's not, or we would have known that.
Yeah.
That is just someone doing a good grift right there.
Right.
Oh, you want a Trump coin? I got one for you.
It's at
Right
$5.
here. It's MAGA, right in the name.
$5.
What's the Swifty coin doing, Bryce? Remember you yelled at me because I didn't buy the Swifty coin and it went up 1,000% right after that?
I bet it's down now, but there's been some Swifty hate lately.
I'm going to bet that it's down 99.9% because it had nothing to do with Taylor Swift except for the name.
Swifties to USD, the 2 pennies. Yeah, it's down a lot since this spring.
You're welcome, Bryce. You are welcome.
No, dude, but we missed the initial pop. Like, look at this.
They made a tiny fortune.
There was good money to be made in Swifties.
Good money in Swifties.
See, I don't know. Can you see this?
Yep.
I think I suggested here around the 29 cents level, and then I would have clearly exited at 66 cents. So it was easy double doing it.
Clearly would have sold the top.
Yeah.
And then you probably would have shorted it all the way down. Yeah. What's the Bryce Smith token doing?
I don't think that exists.
Oh,
See, there a Bryce coin.
there is a Bryce.
Yeah, right there, Bryce Solana. 8 also. 8.
How about the Badass coin?
Ooh, that one's probably rocking.
Oh my gosh! There's of course a Badass coin.
No liquidity, but
Oh shit! That was a rug pull, huh? All right. How about the Cabana coin?
Cabana coin. Yeah, let's go.
Cabana coin. Oh my gosh! This is great. Oh, that's Cabana News.
Is this you, Cabana?
That might be him.
no, someone did test out like a few crypto personalities. So there is a coin out there like that is associated with like the Cabana name, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
Cabana Crypto.
I forget like the actual symbol though.
All right. How about the Cody coin? Cody Fight. Do the Cody Fight, man. That's a great name right there.
C-Talk.
Go long term. Let's see
Green,
all.
half a penny.
Of course.
Oh,
Dang it.
Every chart looks like this, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum.
All right, let's make up one more. I'm really amazed. Like, how about the semiconductor coin?
Little penguins. Semi-token.
Semi-token.
There was Taiwan Semiconductor. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
Did you see that? Do that again.
Tokenized stock. Oh.
Price not tracked. Do the semi to Weth down there. Type in semi and then go down to semi to Weth right there. And then go all.
Do you guys see the
Yeah, we see your chart.
I don't see where to do that.
1 month. There you go.
This thing is illiquid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go. It came public in April.
Oh, down 99%.
Did you talk about the guy, the Russian guy you saw that they're prosecuting that like gave the whole YouTube on how his
Oh my gosh, you guys should watch this. Here, I'll share my screen now.
how do I he was the SEC actually arrested like 4 people for crypto scams. Right?
Yes. Alexei, what was his name again? Andian. That's him, but that's not the interview.
That is him?
I think that's him right there.
No, the title of this video
No,
is not clickbait. This is
Well, darn it, you guys should see it. The SEC arrested like 12 people last week, all of whom are complete scumbags and criminals. And this guy,
Russell
literally
Armand, is that him?
This guy literally went on YouTube and laid out the entire scam that he runs, where he manipulates stock prices and, I mean, crypto prices. You could pay him like $50,000 and he can make your crypto go up off of fake trades between.
Yeah, they would just sit there and buy and sell back and forth to each other, right? Make it look like there's a bunch of volume.
And he would explain how he did it and everything. And you're like, that's illegal. And he was like, yes, I know. I wanted to provide transparency to the crypto industry, telling you guys we do this. And you're like, you're going to jail. So, yeah, good riddance.
But that had to happen a lot with those cryptos because
99.99% of these cryptos are scams, frauds, and grifts. The rest of them, not named Bitcoin, Doge, or Ethereum and Solana, maybe there's about, let's call it 50. There are 50 cryptos out there that are not frauds, scams, grifts, / silly stupid.
I'd like to see the other 45.
It's a good point. I was looking up Kibana cryptos that like had a fair IPO or an ICO. Like there were no founders tokens, there were no pre-mining, and then that add a fixed supply. And what were my other requirements? Like an Ethereum type platform, right? That you could build on for smart contracts. I had like 4 or 5 requirements, and I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, is there a crypto like this? And it said, no, there is no crypto like that.
How about the ChatGPT crypto, Bryce?
Oh, okay. So, guarantee there's got to be an open AI or like a Sam. There is a Sam Altman, isn't there?
Yeah, probably. He's got his WorldCoin scam that he's running also.
Oh, WorldCoin, yeah.
Yeah.
AI Dragon. ChatGPT is the symbol.
Let's just make our symbol ChatGPT.
It's so. Is WorldCoin traded?
Hey, Freddie, Kibana, you have a fan watching. He'd like to know when is the Kibana coin actually coming out?
Yeah, he knows. That's a buddy of mine. He located us.
What's up, Freddie?
WorldCoin is actually not down 99% from its initial offering.
It's down 99% from its high, though?
Yeah, it was at 13, and now it's at 2. So
that's not even 99%.
Not quite. Yeah, not quite.
Not even 90%. Thanks, Freddie. I assume you're talking about us and not like where you're fly fishing or something in Colorado right now.
Great stream.
He is a fisherman, but the deep sea kind.
I told Cody, did I tell you this, Cody? We were talking about panning for gold, and that we should make a skit where you're like actually panning in a real creek, and like Bitcoins come floating down, and you pick them up. I think that'd be a good skit. That'd be good TV. Cody's not paying attention.
I'm texting someone who's stopping by the address. But yes, no, Bryce, I think that'd be brilliant. I'd love to mine. I mean,
There's
And-
probably some
and
video on
for-
YouTube
and for
out
crypto.
there somewhere of somebody doing that. Just
yeah, Bryce, it's not a unique enough idea.
the
I'm
way
sure.
crypto is, like, it's just a clown show sometimes.
You guys want to see the Cybertruck before we wrap up?
Yeah, man.
All right, let me do this here. I'll go
What about
into-
Cybertruck crypto?
Oh yeah. If
Are
not,
you gonna
let's launch it.
There
You're
is.
gonna shoot arrows at it.
Show your screen, Bryce. Share your screen again.
Oh, I forgot. There is a cyber crypto, and then there is these things, whatever they are, but the price is not shown.
Cybertruck news. Oops.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
Tesla
never see any
coin?
good. I never see any good news about Cybertruck. It's always all the people trying to bring it down.
Oh, and
Yep.
they're always lies. They're like, look, it blew up and caught on
Yeah.
fire at the beach. Look, some
Right.
raccoons mistook it for a dumpster, and they broke into like, dude, it's freaking water. It's bulletproof. You don't think
Right. All the
Why aren't
rust.
we-
in it?
Why aren't we in
Oh.
Tesla AI? It's a pure play on the AI part of Tesla.
Or something like that.
Just kidding, folks. We'd never invest in this junk.
Is he gonna drive the truck into the office?
I'm adding you. And
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Here we go.
I assume you kept your car, right, Cody?
I did. My wife kept it.
Nice.
Dun dun dun. You guys seeing all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Very
still
cool.
there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I'm going to switch to LTE now so it doesn't.
We lose them.
And we lost him.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back. LTE. Yeah, look, you can. It goes up. So you can off road. Then it's got a. Not sensing my phone on there. Let's open the to know. See, just go here and you say open. And then it opens.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't let you drive it yet, Bryce?
No, I haven't even seen it in the flesh yet.
I got it Saturday, and Bryce has not been here since then.
I'm anxious to see it and drive it.
Or let the FSD
Everybody
drive
that
it.
rides in him loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been quite pleased.
Do you know what version of FSD you're on, Cody?
I do. It's the latest. 12.5.
Say again.
12.5.5.
Yeah, see, that's the latest. I don't have that.
Yeah.
And I think on 12.5.5, are they going end-to-end neural network on the highway? That's supposed to be upcoming. I don't know if it's in there or not.
No.
Release notes. See if it says that or if it still shows it as upcoming. Should say end-to-end highway. See where it says that? I think
No, I don't.
second bullet. I think I see it.
Oh, includes end-to-end on highway.
Yeah. My Tesla FSD, not mine, the loaner I'm in, because mine's broke down, almost got me in 2 wrecks yesterday. So I was very disappointed.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's this thing. I was just testing it the other night because it's fun to drive and the stereo sounds amazing. I think my single favorite feature is the incredible stereo system in here. And I was just on a drive, and then I was like, "Hey, take me back home." And it turned into this residential neighborhood, and it has
like the street is split. You go on the right side of a like grassy strip if you're going that direction, and you come on the other side, and it went on the wrong strip. It went on the
Really?
left side.
But when I was reading about the end-to-end highway, it said it's supposed to fix this. The thing it did to me yesterday was the same thing twice. It was in construction and merging, and from one lane to the other lane, and the car just was like fixing to merge into somebody, and then it stopped hard, and it said it's supposed to fix that with this version. So hopefully,
12.5.5.
yeah.
And then you also, by the way, the engine. Oh wait, it's golf clubs.
Eh,
So yeah, I've it exceeded my expectations. I think it is indeed the single coolest vehicle of all time, and it will be the greatest selling vehicle of all time in 20 years. Every celebrity, every military, every police, every cool person. Just kidding. On the last part, anyway. I'm back.
There you go.
All right.
technology.
Living in the revolution, living in the simulator.
Well, before we go, Cody, thoughts on the Bitcoin here? Up, is this another failure waiting to happen?
I don't know. That sure it does. My instinct is yes. I feel like the small caps that are the shitty small caps that have run through the roof are ready to crash. I think a lot of the froth in this, there's a lot of cryptos that have been rocking lately too. I think they're ready to crash. Bitcoin's its own beast though, and feet to fire. Yes, I think you'll see a 5 handle before you'll see an 8 handle. So before it goes up 15,000, it'll go down 15,000 would be my guess. Or what is that? It needs to go down 8,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I've been in Bitcoin for 11 years. I'll stick with it. We did trim a little bit in the hedge fund. I think a little bit lower than it is right now last week. But stick with it long term. Bitcoin is the de facto standard of the crypto world.
I think Bryce and I mentioned this maybe a couple weeks ago when I was on. Since Trump is clearly into DeFi, LOL. But I was at Bryce and I were talking about this seriously. At least I brought it up seriously. Do you think that if somehow Trump were to be president, that it would kind of open up possibilities for Ethereum, since he's more of like a general pro crypto, not just Bitcoin kind of thing? Obviously, he's like forked Aave here. And people would be like feel safe again because there'd be, not a Gary Gensler, but some other guy that's in place or whatever.
And some other guy who's not going to prosecute anybody, just like Gary Gensler doesn't prosecute anybody, except for the Russian guy on YouTube who literally was like, I broke the law. And Gary Gensler's like, hey, there's someone we can actually go after. He admitted it.
Pretty much most of his case success rate is awful, even when he does try. So.
Well, that is true. Look, the same people who are mindlessly loving Elon Musk right now, who used to mindlessly hate Elon Musk, I'm talking about Republicans. And the people who used to love Elon Musk and now hate Elon Musk, I'm talking about Democrats. All of this is mindless. Like you're literally like so far down in the weeds in some partisan nonsense, fake bifurcation that none of it is like, you're not making a stand liking or disliking Elon Musk. It's pointless. And I think that the fact that millions of people pointlessly hate him or love him right now for his partisan take a lot of those millions of people will mindlessly go buy some shitty crypto meme coin after Trump gets elected because they'll be like, oh, we mindlessly love crypto now. Nah. And it'll be, just another animal spirits taking up some shit coins 500 or 1,000% temporarily before they crash 99% to new lows. So nothing sustainable good comes out of, like, the only thing that you should do in crypto as the government is prosecute fraud, which nobody does. And Trump, if Biden / Gensler wasn't prosecuting fraud, Trump's already told you he's not prosecuting any fraud in crypto. So it'll be a free for all for people to get scammed and grifted for a little while longer. That's all. But it all go to zero because there is no fundamental reason to own any of those meme coins and shit coins and fraud coins and silly coins and Cody coins and Bryce coins and badass coins, et cetera, et cetera. Good things rise to the top. Bryce and I toured the world a month ago and talking about revolution investing in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Hong Kong. And so many times I was amazed that basically the point of what we were always like, it's amazing how simple this all is. Like, you really do want to just look around and see things like the best products, the products that changed the world. iPhones, when it came out, it was clearly a smartphone revolution. And so what companies made the smartphones? Well, Google and Apple. So you had to own them. Well, full self-driving and Optimus and humanoid robots are going to change the world in the next 5, 10, 15 years. So you go buy the best company that makes full self-driving and Optimus robots. And it just, things like investing's hard, but finding the winners is relatively easy. And so, like, there will be, if it's a good crypto, it'll work. And Elon could tell you don't even need to market it. If it's a good product, it will rise to the top. But most coins and memes and shit coins and all this fraud, it's like they're frauds at worst, and they're silly at best. So that's all none of that will work. It doesn't matter whether it's Trump or Kamala. It doesn't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats or libertarians or socialists. Fraud goes to zero. Corruption is bad for the economy. These are truisms that are very simple, but they work. I answer your question?
Oh, yeah.
Tell you how I really feel. The Republican Party token.
The GOP.
Go all. That one day doesn't tell us anything. Down 90% from its ICO. How about the Democrat? Yeah, Democrats to Saul. Go all. Oh, it's at 20% today. Woohoo! There's $6,000 of liquidity in that sucker, too.
Oh,
sign me up.
Rug pull.
Just like the Republicans and Democrats always do to everybody. I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative until I get in office, and then I bail out banks and bomb children in the Middle East. I'm liberal. I'm a Democrat until I get in office, and then I bail out banks and bomb children in the Middle East.
Cabana, why is Sui trending? We've heard about Sui from a friend of Cody's.
It's just, I guess everybody's thinking it's the Solana of this cycle. So it's a layer 1, and it's designed, I guess, for the masses. So it's like, I think it's designed for like billions of people. And I think a couple of the guys that headed it up were former Facebook / Meta engineers, and I think they might have worked on the Libra kind of thing, and then they left, and it was just like, okay, well, we'll do it without the Facebook name. And I think the name recognition there, plus it's kind of taken on the label of Solana of this cycle.
Did they have a fair launch, or did they give themselves founder tokens? And
Come on, Bryce, there's nobody but SKTLs did a token, gave away the tokens without any founder tokens.
What about mining coins?
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of, we did have a comment on the Slack channel asking about, again, what we talked about a month or so ago, going to the website and then having the issue of it looking like it's taking you to spam again.
We didn't fix that.
The wallet page.
Bryce, you got to make me tomorrow reach out to John Chen to fix the website page.
I hadn't checked it, so I didn't know if it was still doing that or not.
I think I texted him and asked him to fix it, but if I didn't follow up, I don't know that it got done.
Yeah, because people aren't probably collecting their rewards if it's not working for fear of getting.
Right.
I know. I haven't been. I know.
All right, folks. Peace and love. Freddie says dope truck. It is. Love the roof.
The roof.
All right, guys.
okay, guys.
See you next Wednesday for
Peace.
space crypto stuff.
See you guys.
Thank you both. Thank you all.
See ya.
Later.
What up?